Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Short boot taken at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
I'm letting you know right now. You go 46. 15. Mike, set, go, let's go. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep it.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check 31, check 31. Switch. Shift. We're going to 53.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Kill. Then we're going to 53. Mike 5-4. Okay, double up.
Prescott from the gun. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Steve. Joker. Here we go, 47. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got him. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch safety green. 26. Safety green. 25.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Like 50. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Here we go. Going to 54. Why ain't? Watch twins. Chance. Undercrunch. 26.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
The score, Cowboys 7, Vikings 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
One. Back.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Cousins. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Madison running on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Spot. No. Showing it. Check. Gun.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Hey, we're good.
Cousins to throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Good route here.
Here's Madison. And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, why ain't?
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Match box. Mike.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Prescott setting up the screen for West. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Vikings.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Every day, any day. Check 4. Hey, 382, last system. Wide. Mike, we got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Crunch. Lucky 48.
Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Cousins eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the... And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking deep. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 39 that time. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Vikings' 25-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Watch 25. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Forbath, the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards. Up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Off the play fake, Cousins going deep for Diggs, and he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to run with Madison again. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the toss, here's Johnson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 44, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Receiver. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, wahoo. Yo. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Quick, get a hug.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It's just me and you.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47.
Slam.
Out, 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott rolling to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Buzz.
A first down throw for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 49 yards.
We got this.
First and goal.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 27-yard line.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
26. Minus 50. Watch the pass. Alert 3. Hey, kill. 50.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
36-yard line.
Shoot. No. Off. 26.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On second and 11 now. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
He's checking.
On second down now. It's Elliott. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Go to 54, line in.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And that's Elliott, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Kill. We're going to 54. Line in. Mike 55. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On second and 9. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Rush in. Here we go, 46. Check, 55 to Mike. 26. Mike. 26.
Now Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7th. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Kill. 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Tie game, fourth quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check nine.
They'll run with Madison. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Another carry now for Madison. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. On the toss, Madison, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Gun. Check 48, come on. Gun. I'm here all day. 300. 48 Mike. Bravo. Let's go, D. Where's the hot?
Cousins. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, Topper!
Now Cousins going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gun. Leave it. Bring up 48.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And Bailey missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
47. 26.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 24. Check 24. Kill. Hatchet. Watch twins. 26.
Here's Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ricky. Check 26. Check 26. There we go. Kill. Check 24. Check your hot read. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 20. 50. Here we go. Here we go. Gun. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Tiny's on Ringo. Tiny's on the Ringo.
Here we go. 20.
You got three. Three down. He's crashing.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. 180.
Watch out. Watch twist.
Here we go. Going to 53. 96. Kill.
Check three. Check 99. Check 99. 49. Check 4.
Here we go. Going to 54. 180. 26.
On first down, West. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
26.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey. Check.
Prescott from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yellow. Let's make these babies cry. Hey, Echo.
Cousins now. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Run.
They'll try to run with Madison. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Cowboys, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time.